Namaste, Star Family. Welcome to your pick a card reading to receive a powerful message from the dragons. We have 3 different piles, and I'm going to associate some zodiac sign if some of you prefer to look at a zodiac placement according to what you're inquiring at this time. Dragon energy is an expression of the ascended master of the part of our human brain that is called the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain is very much based on survival mode. When you're working with the dragon energy, you're working with the thriving mode, thriving mindset, understanding that you are a powerful creator and that you can access all of this abundance. Okay, so pile number 1 with the pure white dragon from Orion transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. We have Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Then for pile number 2, we have the fire and water dragon, enables your life to flow with loving force. We have Cancer, Aries, Pisces, and Libra. And pile number 3 with the air and fire dragon expands your creative energies. Beautiful. We have Virgo, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay, I will see you there for your messages. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your powerful message from the dragons. You chose the pure white dragon from Orion. Transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. I almost feel for you, pile number 1. There's some type of gateway, timeline. There's some opportunity that might be created through a cosmic alignment when you're going to come into this message. If you're here, that also could mean that you have a zodiac placement in Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but I like to give that option as well. So let's see what is this message from this dragon. And I feel from this opportunity, from this gateway, that requires you, because there's an alignment and an expansion of your light, some type of application of what you've learned, okay? Knowledge into wisdom. This is when what you know is put into action. Okay, beautiful. I love how the powerful rays feel like they're expanding this dragon's wings and giving it almost like angelic wings. So maybe some of you work with angel consciousness, or you're supported by the angelic realm. I feel there's 2 cards. Okay, and let's see what else here. Oh, wow. Ooh. Unleash your creativity. Very interesting. Powerful, powerful energy here for you, pile number 1, about something, I feel like whatever is this knowledge that needs to be applied has to do with your creativity, your creative self. Some of you, if you're new to the channel, you may not know, but on my channel, I do work with the goddesses' energy and the muses of Greek mythology in the natal chart to help people that are empaths, that are artists or hardest, to expand into their connection to their inspiration, their creativity. So I feel that here there might be something about your empathetic creative juices that wants to shine, and that is coming from the mindset of knowing that you are thriving, abundant, like source. Okay, here we have Eros. Look at this energy. There's something about the taste here. And we have the animal. Beautiful. Okay. this feels like so much. That's what I'm laughing, because it feels very sensory based. You know, the animal, through the senses, the receptiveness of their smell, whatever is going on there, maybe what their powerful eyesight, they're getting a lot of guidance, okay? And here with this mouth and the gem, this is the astrologer that speaks here, okay? Some of you, there is something about your public life, because when I see this, the aspect of the taste, when you correlate astrology and traditional Chinese medicine, I know it's a little complex, but know this, that the sense of taste is connected to your midheaven, okay? And that means here, there's something about you shining bright. Maybe putting yourself more out there to the spotlight, because it feels like a continuation, like when you start applying the things that you've learned on this journey. You have developed, my dear Pile 1, many facets, many, I'm hearing hats. You have many hats to yourself, okay? And that makes you shine in ways that is meant to be shared, is meant to be noticed, okay? I don't know, some of you, maybe there is a specific endeavor that you are hesitant to take the leap upon, or there's something, but I'm paying attention to the clock. TikTok, it's now. Now is your time. I don't know, when I said TikTok, I also thought about the platform. Maybe some of you, it's about that platform in particular. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, I don't just, there's something about timing, maybe social media, that wants to be sparked. Okay, so let's get some more details about this. What does the dragon from Orion here wants to share about this radiance that you are holding within? And that, you know what I'm hearing first? In order to be seen, Pile number 1, you need to see yourself. And that means like you need to see your true potential, your true beauty. So this is where we're going with the cards. How can we support Pile number 1 to witness for themselves their own potential? Because some of you, it might be that you're doing certain things easily. It comes to you easily, so you don't think it's something special. Maybe there's, some type of old programs that makes you believe that you have to work hard in order to be good at something. And yes, things that maybe don't come easy to you, and that gives you great strength, that gives you many hats. But there's certain things that come more easily to you, and those are the things you might not witness for yourself, and that seem to actually matter. Okay, let's see. How can we support Pile number 1 to witness their own light? Wow. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, powerful energy of truth. Okay, which is interesting because in this case, the King of Swords is connected to Gemini. So here, the King of Swords, there's a couple of animals. There is the bat, there is the crow, raven, there is the owl, and the dragonfly. Wow, I had never noticed this dragonfly before. Okay. It's very much based on your intuition. Now, your intuition, I just posted, it's interesting as I'm recording this, I just posted about Goddess Ishtar and how her guidance in Taurus is about listening to your heart. And the reel that I created says, intuition is your soul whispering to your heart. Okay, so I feel there is something about the power of your intuition and how it's guiding your heart. Okay, things that matter to your heart. The Three of Pentacles, that is a guidance to weave your creativity with source, with the divine, work in triunity, which I told you here, I felt a lot of angelic support, but not only this, the dragons, okay? Some of you using the power of the dragon through their fire, they just remove all untruths about whatever you may be feeling, thinking, and it strips you away from all of this. Yeah. Some of you, if you're interested in that goddess Ishtar, because I keep on, like when I said strip you away, I remembered goddess Ishtar or Inanna. She has many names. Her descent into the underworld and how she removes layers and layers to fully face herself with her own, inner world, underworld. So I'm going to list it here. If some of you don't see this video here, you'll find it in the video description as well. Okay, let's move. Okay, let's look at this last card, the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. And this one is Leo energy. Interesting. It's almost like there's something about you and your communication with the divine that is special. Okay, so some of you here, pile number one, it's about weaving together all the messages that you're receiving, just the animals, it might be through the smell, mixed through the sight, mixed through the hearing. There's many, you feel like someone that has high sensory communicative potential, okay? Maybe you are someone that channels or receive a lot of downloads, and you could be sometimes overwhelmed or not acting upon the wisdom that you're receiving. I feel that some of you, there's something here, okay? So to support you, what I'm receiving here for you, pile number one, is to apply and act swiftly on the guidance that you're receiving. Act swiftly on the guidance that you're receiving, because you seem to receive a lot, okay? I would say for some of you, if you are picking this pile because of the connection to Orion, you might want to listen to the frequency that I have for Orion. I'll make sure that I put it also down below, maybe up there if this option works or not. It's been a little iffy recently. So, all right, let's see what else we want to share with you, my dear pile number one. What else does pile number one need to know about the guidance that they're receiving, the creativity that is emerging from them? Okay. We have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups. See here the channel? Yeah. Look, the feet. Yes, you're definitely someone that is, and the Two of Cups. Someone that is being guided, okay? Just like an artist, you don't have to be an energy worker, but if you're an artist or a writer, anything that you're creating, even in business, it's almost like when you're entering that zone, okay? So there is a guidance for you from the dragons, pile number one, to make sure that you cater in your day moments where you reflect on yourself, where you're removing distractions, removing social media, whatever, and have that time so you can spark, especially look at how that light is almost just here below the heart, more into the solar plexus. So it boosts your confidence, it boosts your self-expression in terms of what you need to do, okay? Because as you are creating the sacred space of receptivity, of receptiveness, you're receiving the intelligence, the divine intelligence. Why do I say this? Because pigs are highly intelligent, okay? You're receiving divine intelligence. What is the next step for your creativity to be seen? But not just, not just for being seen and the validation that some of you may have thought that is what you're seeking. It's because there is the precious gift of the process you're going through. That's actually vibrationally what you're offering that you did not know. That's very interesting. I did not know we were going to go there. Pile number 1. Listen to this again. When you're going through that creative process, whether you're, again, a painter, a drawer, a tarot reader, a business person, or even a mom at home, when you're letting yourself have this special time, special space for yourself, you're highly sensitive to stimuli and communication from many levels, not just people, okay? When you create that space, there is divine intelligence that tells you how to weave your life into the version that thrives, okay? We're working with dragons, so it's a thriving energy. It will weave into motion through that time of sacred space that you're offering. Act swiftly, especially with the Two of Cups. This is union of yin and yang. Act swiftly on what is being shared. Trust that every time you kind of take a moment for yourself, and it doesn't have to be just meditating in stillness, it can be just taking a walk and just removing any noise and just witnessing your environment and receiving ideas. It can just be also being in the bathroom and taking a shower, at that special moment where you're just you and your thoughts and yourself, okay? Because this is how what you're going to share, whether it's a product, whether it's an endeavor, whether it is how you're going to homeschool your kids or their education, whatever is the topic, okay? This is not so much the action that proves the result. What your energy showcases is a full process. You are someone that shares with the world a sacred process of higher connection and creativity with the divine, and shows also how you follow unconditionally, fully trusting your guidance and act upon it. So that's what I have for you, my dear pile number 1. I trust it supported you in trusting your creative self, trusting those insights that you're receiving and acting upon them. Please remember to like those videos. It supports the channel to grow. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your powerful message from the dragons. You chose the fire and water dragon. Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. If you're here, that could be also that you connected to your zodiac placement. We have Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Pisces. Let's look at your message from this dragon. So what else needs to be shared at this time for dear pile number 2? Okay, there's 2 cards here for you. Those are healing cards, by the way. Very powerful. If some of you are interested in some of the decks, that I share, they're in the video description. All right. We have take off your mask with maybe a potential S here. And the number 11. Then we have home. Beautiful. And this card, the temple. Beautiful. Okay. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but I'm going to share it because some of you, it might be related to something, to creating a career or a job opportunity that allows you to work from home, because I feel like a shift in career very strongly for this pile. Very different than pile number one, but that's the point of having different piles. But there is some type of offer that seems to allow you, and it doesn't have to be home physically, but offering you a shift in career, and shift in environment, a shift in opportunity that makes you feel more at home, at peace with yourself, especially because there is the temple. There's something about the sacredness of it, and it could be your home, but it does require you to take off your mask. So this is where we're going to use the tarot cards and look how we're going to support you with this guidance, okay? Especially here, there's love is a big factor here. Love. What you love, cherishing what you love, vibrating to a frequency that will attract soul family that is in alignment with who you are becoming, who you are stepping into, that new expression and version of yourself, okay? We have here that fell right on the mask, okay? The Four of Cups. Interesting. You see how there's almost some type of boredom because of what is, or no excitement because we're sensing an emotional dissatisfaction here, okay? And then the Three of Wands, desire for adventure. You know what I'm receiving for you strongly, pile number 2, is that in order to shift from where you are to where you want to be, okay, and where you're going to go. Some of you, I don't know, when I say be and then I said go, it might be also a new location, okay? Some of you might be a move, it might be a new home. There's a big shift here, okay? Know that if you're not alchemizing this energy of dissatisfaction, you are still wearing the mask, a mask of untruth towards your true essence. Your essence knows it's limitless, knows it's forever expanding and growing. But when you're vibrationally focusing on what is, you're not allowing what could be to be a match, because what is, if you're focused on it doesn't feel as good, then what you feel or want to attract, then you're not on the same vibration to receive it or to open it, okay? So there is that self-awareness that is important. Make sure that you can bring joy and satisfaction in the way you're experiencing life right now. Knowing that life supports you, there is already from this dragon's energy a message that things can shift quickly, because the power of the law of attraction, the law of resonance, so many laws that are play in your favor. There's just this block here as far as making sure you're always in a state of appreciation, a state of enjoyment, because your higher timeline, your opportunity, this doorway is on that frequency, not that one, okay? So let's see what else. Oh, can we get? Perfect. Love this. Okay. Now, it fell just on that disappointment as almost like a story, okay? Let's look at this. We have the King of Wands. Let me show you the King of Wands. Beautiful energy. Getting out of your comfort zone through shining the light. I feel that some of you is that there's almost like spend more time focusing on what brings you joy. So imagine you're stuck in a job you don't like. Cater still some time in your day for things you enjoy. If some of you, it's, for example, you want to be a musician, make sure you practice your music. I remember this back in the years when I was doing music, And that was one part of the things, is like, you know, musicians, singers, what they all have in common is that they practice it. Or any artist, it's like, if you're not practicing what you love, then this light dims. And here you have an encouragement to spend more time nurturing what you love. Love is the force that will expand you. When we're in love, we never feel bored. It's not just love with a person. It's like we feel that excitement, that expansion from the heart. Okay? So make sure that you do more of the things you love. Because then look at this. You open this whole doorway, this whole golden ratio. As if you see, it's the person that has this. Like when you nurture and spend more time doing what you love, even if you don't have the time, study what you need to study, take the classes that you need to take the classes, or take a hobby that you like that actually makes you feel in alignment. Because when you do so, in that time, you're actually sending out this energy to the divine, and this will open up the door to this opportunity where you will manifest the things that makes you feel at home. And the greatest home we know is in the heart, is in the soul, that connection to the divine. So your powerful message here, pile number 2, is very much about nurturing the things you love and finding them, being creative. Let's see if we can have, you know what? I feel like there's enough. Let's try to see here. What is this? Like, why is this happening? How can we help pile number 2 with this dissatisfaction? Where is it coming from? Can we have a support about where is this coming from? We have the shadow. Oh, the shadow, and let me see, I don't think, do I have, space here. The shadow and the anima mundi, where you have everything that is available. You know, I feel as some of you, I'm not getting a precise answer, because that disappointment or that feeling of boredom is actually a shadow that wants to speak to you. The shadows of ourselves is just an aspect that we haven't put the light of awareness and consciousness upon. That means we are avoiding to look and inquire, hey, why am I really bored? Why am I really unsatisfied? Or why am I feeling this and this? Because this is the only thing that keeps you from your... You see here, you got one of the greatest card as far as having it at all. The world, mundi, everything, but it also means everything is connected. Everything is connected. Your vibration, a part of you, the part of you that is greater, your higher self, is connected to everything that is meant for you. But when your focus is on certain aspect that you're not satisfied with, or maybe certain things you're fearing to look into, face, then you're disconnecting, but it's still there. So there's a call here, pile number 2. Look at your shadow. Some of you, I feel it every time I pull this card, the shadow, I feel Lilith's energy. Okay, so I'm going to list my latest Lilith energy reading. I don't think at the time I was doing the collective energy reading, so that's going to be only exclusive to the Goddess Rise Up YouTube membership. If some of you are interested, I'm going to put the details in the video description. I'll see if I can put something up there, but I can't promise. It has been iffy with me. I've emailed YouTube, but I don't know if they'll do anything about it. There's a connection here about the aspect of you that wants to be free, the raw, the wild, the untamed. Okay, maybe some of you you're trying to contain that urge. okay? But there is something in that place for you. There is something that wants to be feathered. Okay, so look, some of you, if you are into astrology, look at your Lilith placement. Maybe it's triggered right now for some greater healing, for some type of activation. There's a, some new moon, full moon that could be coming up. This is a timeless reading, but know that everything is connected, and everything is connected to support you, to drop those masks, to let go of those feelings, face those shadows, because they are actually going to gift you the alignment that is required for you to manifest everything that you so desire. That's what I have for you, my dear pile number 2. Please remember to like those videos. It supports the channel to grow, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your powerful message from the dragons. You chose the air and fire dragon. Expand your creative energies. Harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm, and communicate your passion. I love it. If you're here, that might be also that you chose according to your zodiac sign. It is here Virgo, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Capricorn. So let's look at your powerful message from this air and fire dragon. What needs to be communicated at this time for you, my dear pile number 3. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. And this one. So we have first the shaman. Wow. With this huge diamond. Snake energy reminds me a little bit of the shedding. Something maybe that has to be shedded, let go, in order to reach its full expression. Maybe something you went through. I feel like this is, the colors, it feels very similar energetically. When I looked at it, I was like, well, there's not as much darkness here, but it's like what happened in the mountains. You see here that color? I don't know. It's just energetically, there's something about the things you went through that transformed you, that you had to surrender, that you had to let go, that seem to be of great value. Okay. And then we have love. Oh, beautiful. Yes. Maybe this is about your journey to self-love, your journey to manifest love if you have a significant other that is meaningful in that sense. The journey of love. Okay, so first self-love. In order to give, you need to also allow yourself to give to yourself. Okay, so there's something about giving and receiving that is strong. Maybe learning the balance of giving and receiving. And then we have, I never pulled that card, the womb. Whoa, the power of this card is magnificent. And you have a golden pearl. Gold. Okay, and then Phoenix rising. Wow. I mean, listen, especially with the passion here, there is something that is within your creative center that needs to be unleashed. It first required you to go through the process, the teachings of love. And that means making sure you are coming from a place of a full cup, not an empty cup. Okay? Making sure you're able to give to yourself, not always overgiving or keeping yourself from receiving. Okay, there's something here about the yin and the yang, the polarity. You can see it here as well. And now there's some powerful activation that wants to occur within your womb. Very interesting. I will see where that goes with the womb, but I do have some womb healing frequencies that I'm thinking maybe I'll attach to your reading pile number 3. Yeah. All right. What else we need to know here about this activation. It feels like something that needs to be ignited. Okay, how can pile number 3 ignite their passion? Okay, how can they ignite it? Okay, the Knight of Cups. Beautiful energy here. Okay, this is Scorpio energy actually. Scorpio, the messenger between worlds, the unseen to the seen. So we're going to receive here some messages about the unseen. Maybe there's an aspect of yourself that you're not seeing that needs to be revealed to you. Okay, let's move forward with this. For some of you, there's something. You see that letter? There's something about communication, letting yourself receive communication, not blocking communication. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. Very much connected to the chakra, 7 chakra. Remember how I said here with the shedding, there could be a connection to Kundalini. And the 8 of Swords. Removing some of the mental entrapment. Okay, so here, pile number 3, what the dragons are saying and sharing is that part of the passion that wants to be ignited is actually part of the journey you have experienced, the transformation you have experienced to get out of your own way, to become an alchemist, to become someone that can come from a place of entrapment, can come from a place of conditioning, come from a place of limitation, of survival mode, and yet create something drastically different because you see that color is just so bright. There's just so much creative juice, creative power that is within you. But you see also there is this whole womb void energy with this darkness here that formed the pearl. And the pearl, when it's gold, is connected more to the masculine versus silver, okay? So there's something about how you have mastered your mind on this journey of self-discovery, loving yourself, honoring yourself. Maybe this is the part of the message, certain things you didn't know about yourself, your subconscious, and facing it and working on showering yourself, you know, day after day with nurture, without forcing your growth, but allowing it. I really feel as some of you, there's just an indication that whatever your journey has been is part of your creative center. It's part of the things that wants to be shared, that wants to be expressed, that wants to be embodied, that wants to be written about, put into movies, into motion, into dancing acts, or whatever. You know, it's just so much life that I feel you've walked, you know, you've experienced. And that's a message the dragons want to share with you. Is there a way that we can find that supports pile number 3? How can we support pile number 3 to express and communicate their passion, knowing that this passion comes from their own process, their own growth, their own journey, okay? For the ones that could be experiencing any type of energy block. You know, the energy block that I could feel, the only one would be in the sacral. Okay, so we're going to get some details about that womb. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay, Aries energy. This is the breath. This is also, you know, the teaching of Aries. They're about casting the dice for the playground you're going to create. So taking the chances take the chances. You know, make your move, I'm hearing. Make your move. The Two of Swords. Stop hesitating. There's a lot of cords. Some of you, there might have been, okay, some of you, there might have been some soul contracts. You know, like that whole journey that you had to go through, pile number 3, may have had a lot of soul contracts, entanglement with others. And that's something that might have been playing in the way that everything unfolded. That was too many cards, pile number 3. Let me pick another one. There's a lot of you watching out there, so that could be why we're getting so many options. And then we have, yes, the Devil and more cords. You see, I was feeling the karmic contracts. Okay. Now, to support you, I do have a frequency that is available for everyone that is a womb detoxifier. Especially, I created this knowing that the first 7 years, the child is connected, whether they're physically or not with the parent, but especially if they're physically with the parent, the mother, they share the same auric field. You're sharing the same energy bubble, okay? So some of you, there was something about that energy bubble and what you inherited. That doesn't mean like your parent is bad or your mom or whatever, okay? But it might be that you inherited or you took upon yourself certain entanglement, certain limitations, certain maybe lack of confidence to express your creative center. There could have been some issues with sensuality, how it was seen, how it was expressed, how it was taboo. There could have been a lot of taboo. So I'm going to write in the video description for you, my dear pile number 3, my video link for the womb healing, okay? And that's going to be very helpful. And the ones that are part of my YouTube membership, all level, there is a womb heart recalibration. I created this as a supplement to this, so you can always create from your heart space, okay? I will list below all the details. I will try to link some of these things up there, but I have been experiencing some issues with YouTube and their links. So just so you know, in the video description, you'll have access to everything. Thank you so much, my dear pile number 3. I trust you received the messages you needed at this time. Please remember to like those videos. It supports the channel to grow. I so appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.